I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
You get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Stupenda.
Steve, go ahead. Ask me any movie.
Jaws.
That's a great movie.
I woke up this morning. I was like, "What the? Why does my feel weird?" And I pulled up. What were we saying? Let's pull up the chat here and
There you go, man. Take it off.
Take the pants off. Take your pants off.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kiko. I'm 23. I go to UCSB and I also bartend.
피장 왕지 거다 난니 독장기
God, I love your guys' intro so much. Welcome to Off the Hip, episode 53. This is the last episode that Nerd Slap is going to be a part of.
It was a good run, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all on the other side.
That Leon cut was deceptively cut, all right? He was sitting next to me on the couch and started telling a story about how his ass hurt the next day and woke up with $12 in his wallet. That was not me, okay?
I don't know. The video says otherwise.
Norman, how are you doing? How did Off the Homies go without me?
Yeah, it was pretty well. Off the Homies, not live from Vegas. Shout out once again to all you guys for stopping in and helping me boost up the panel. Otherwise, it would have just been a dual stream with me and Nerd Slap, I think. But last week, F&T decided to round out their discussion by talking about the new Harry Potter series. And subsequently, I spent the entire weekend watching the entire series. And I have to say, while there's people out there like Jess and Ryan Kinnell who devoured the books and were somewhat disappointed with how the series turned out, there's people like me who grew up in the UK in the 2000s and saw every single movie in the theaters. They're a part of my DNA, and I unapologetically love every single second of those movies.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, everyone has that childhood movie or game that may
Yeah,
not
but-
be the best, but because it was
to have like
a
a
thing.
full series, you know, like eight movies stacked together, tremendous cast doing their job, writing is pretty good. They're all very well made movies in terms of effects and things. Like the first couple, they have slightly peachy effects, but all in all, I think the whole series is like a triumph for the British film industry, and I don't think you're going to see anything like that again. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care, Jess. I love them unapologetically. Your opinion is irrelevant. You're from America. It doesn't matter.
Oof.
Well, I tend to agree with the people that don't like push beans on toast as cuisine. So,
What about slug ones on toast?
Dirt Slap, I see you're already trying to pimp yourself out to other streams in the chat. Let me tell you, you're on a blacklist, so they're not allowed to hire you either. Okay,
I gotta take care of
It's a
myself.
non-complete
I gotta make sure I can pay my bills. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Nope, you're gonna be living under one of those bridges, like I saw all those people in Vegas doing. Apparently, you're just allowed to live under a bridge there.
I believe it.
Yeah. And they give each other vaccines all the time too, is what I saw. So
Well, he's already got the homeless beard, so he's halfway there.
yeah.
Wow,
I assume that's what they're doing.
Oh God.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Glad to have y'all back from Vegas. Been getting into the multi-streaming gig over on Kick and YouTube, and did my first official multi-stream today, and that went pretty good. So looking forward to doing that some more. And yeah, otherwise just hanging out, having a good time. So glad to be here.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for thanks for the intro.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Hayden, how did you manage without us?
I just barely survived, to be honest. Looking at everybody's posts online, I sat here just in my own filth crying because I wanted to be in Vegas so bad, but I have things like a job. But yeah, no, it was looked like you guys had a good time. And I will do everything I can to make it there next year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we did miss you. We missed Nagranol, and we missed Nomi. Wish everybody could have been there. So,
Oh yeah, totally.
There's always next year. We can all start trying to plan ahead, and we'll what they said that they're doing it during CinemaCon again next year.
yeah, which don't even look into going to CinemaCon because it's for insiders only. So
Yeah.
Yep, it only costs $3,000 to go if you're an outsider. We'll skip over Nerdy Neo for now. Nagradal, how are you doing?
Awesome.
Good to hear it.
Glad to hear.
Woo!
More of this, please.
Anything?
Yeah? No way, really? And then what happened?
Incredible.
All right, cool.
So you came
Dude, your
out
voice
years
is
before.
impeccable.
Gotcha.
Dude, you're not supposed to say that on stream. Holy shit.
I think next week we'll just have like an avatar of Nagranol and Carbonate or something like that. It's probably better.
Look, I just want to be the first one to say congratulations officially to Nagranol for coming out of the closet on stream. That's so brave. So brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's even got the LGP representation on his shirt there. It's very nice.
Or we're sorry that happened. So whichever applies.
TLDR.
Why does everybody think that the G stands for gay?
Somebody decided to call the show late and gay.
Have you seen?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see the connection. Steak Man, how are you doing?
Doing really good. I had a pretty eventful weekend. I did a lot of binging. Binged a couple of albums. I binged season 2 of Solo Leveling, and I watched Tropic Thunder for the first time. So that was
Hell yeah!
Yeah, it was really
So
good.
you finished Solo Leveling and then saw Tropic Thunder for the first time? Like,
Yeah, it was. I don't know how I'm gonna like top that. Next weekend
That's
is gonna have
peak.
to be jam packed. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna have to go skydiving or some shit. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Mo, how was your early ass flight with us partying in the other room?
I should have just stayed up, dude. I don't know why I tried to go to bed. I was ready to get back home, but it was really fun to be out there. Burnt the midnight oil, hung out with everybody, got to meet a lot of fans, a lot of streamers. I wish there was a picture of me hanging out with Dermy Static 2020 and whatever that. I'm like, I know I joke about being tall. I wasn't even the top 10 of the people where I have to meet up. There's a lot of big people in the fellowship, but it was really fun. And we're going to cut right to the chase here. People joke about Mr. Baldwin's finger that he doesn't miss. Well, guess what, guys? My mic has returned, and this man, full screen me. Let's get the full
Okay,
effect
hold on.
here.
Let's see here.
He does not miss.
Oh yeah, you can see your eyeball through. That's perfect. Hell yeah!
3 football fields away, second shot, blew it right down in like center mass, like they teach you. I mean, it was amazing. So that was really fun. And I'm so glad this mic has finally been put out of its misery. You have no idea. So.
It was funny. Mo sent that to me just so that I could shoot it. And it just was in a box in my garage. You know, never even opened it because I was too afraid to get jades from it. So I never opened the box. And Mo was like, dude, because the reason why I didn't shoot it was because it started getting really hot out. It's like, you know, I wasn't going to the desert as much to go shooting. And Mo's like, just bring that bitch to Vegas and we'll shoot it there. So I drove it all the way to Vegas, and then I handed him the USPS box. Had him open it because, again, I don't want to get jades. And he set it up pretty far out next to the steel target. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was magical. Should have called that box the Docs box because it had my real name all over it.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Like multiple
I
times.
didn't see it, so...
I was like, rip. I was like, I don't care for those guys out there, but I was just like, oh wow. Oh yeah, dude, it was a blast. Hanging out in Vegas was a blast. It went as it always does. It goes by too quick, but always a pleasure to be on the channel, at least until the intro starts, and then I got to yell at a nerd slap in the private chat like I do. So he didn't even make me. He disrespected me 2 times over. He made Nerdy Neo cool Tom Cruise. He made me small, goofy ass Tom Cruise. Like he gets to be Maverick. What do I?
But he runs really fast because his hands are shaped like this when he's running.
That's true.
Slices through the air.
Yeah,
I'm taller than that. Come on. Are you sure?
I don't know. It looks height accurate on camera. So
all I'm trying to say is I disagree with Nerd Slap's assessment. I am not glad to be back sharing a room with this asswipe. So because we're more than 10 minutes in. So
oh, you missed it.
It is the Stockholm syndrome. Yes, I miss being tortured.
Well, Nerdy Neo, who was able to go out shooting with us on that first day, how are you doing?
Doing awesome. Good to be back. I'm glad we're able to hop on here with you and kind of regale our war stories. That was a lot of fun. I got my shell right here from shooting that beast on your wall. So ABF put one right through Mo's mic, but there was they brought some big steel targets, and it was right next to it. And I hit it and knocked it over, so no one else got to shoot it after me.
And by the way, I carried that damn thing back down the mountain. That thing was like, how much did it weigh? Like 30, 40, 50 pounds. It weighed a lot. So the fact that he knocked it off that easel or whatever that was, yeah, Nerdy was pretty happy with himself. He was very humble in his expressions.
Well, no, he was like, he hit the steel target, if center mass, I should say, also. And the steel target just went down. And Neil's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like, that was awesome. What are you talking about?
I'll go back and set it up if you want, because I was like the fourth person to shoot at it. And I knocked it over. I think everyone that was with us shot it after I did, but they didn't have a target to shoot at because the mic had already been destroyed. And now the distant range target was gone too. So they just like shot at rocks. It's like,
Katie,
kind of bad, a little bit.
Katie was on the phone with Andy, and I was like, "Oh, tell him to put a rock on the stand so it doesn't fall over." I think they should have put more rocks on it.
I love ABF's response where, Neo was like, we could set it back up. I'll go up there. He's like, look, the only reason we're going back up there is bring that damn thing back down.
Yeah.
So, he shut that down immediately. He's like, no. It took forever to walk up there. And even I was like, when we put it up there, it was like, why are they? I can't hit that. Nobody can hit that. Well, I was wrong.
And got my memento right here, so that's going up on my background right here, and it kept all the other casings. That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And it was very Nerd Slap making the Top Gun Maverick Tom Cruise was very appropriate because I watched Top Gun Maverick on my phone on my drive down when I was out in the middle of the desert. So
Nice.
'cause I freaking love that movie. I was like, I haven't watched that movie in a while, so I'm gonna watch it again. So I watched it like the last 2 hours of my drive into Vegas. So very serendipitous.
That Tom Cruise is way cooler than most Tom Cruise. Let's just
What movie is that from? I've not seen that one.
That's Mission Impossible.
Rogue Nation or Ghost Protocol. It was like
no,
4 or
that's
5.
Ghost Protocol.
Ghost
Yeah, I've seen
Protocol.
that one. I thought you were talking about when he looks like Wolverine. He's like 4 feet tall.
That was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, that's Deadpool
Yeah.
and Wolverine.
Yeah, that was Deadpool.
I haven't seen that one yet. Okay,
Oh yeah, you got to check that out.
That was actually
worth
a good one. Yeah,
I definitely will. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
nice.
But yeah, it was good to meet you guys in person. Some of the people in chat. I met Jessica Lindstrom. So that was a blast. And Hayden was talking about being couldn't make it because of work. I could make it because I'm not working. I'm currently unemployed. And other than gas, I think I spent a total of like $60 the whole week. So I was able to keep my expenses down. I was able to stay with my cousins. And I think the only thing I bought was food.
Yeah,
that explains why
my food with me.
That explains why he nailed that target. It might have been an Xbox of some sorts.
If it was, I wouldn't have wanted to shoot it.
Actually, I do have a white Xbox in my garage that has the red ring that I was going to shoot. Also, I should have brought that as well.
I've got about 3 of those somewhere.
I should put it right through that damn power button where the red ring is at.
No, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go get a $10 TV or monitor. We're gonna turn it on, and we're gonna test it on site. We see if you shoot it in the right place, if it turns back on.
Oh, 50 cal. It works again. It's better than the oven towel method.
Something tells me that it's not going to be as clean cut as your microphone. Have you tried plugging that microphone in and seeing what happens? By the way,
I got a brand new desktop essentially and an $800 laptop. I gotta find. I have a stinker somewhere I can plug it into because I've been down with computers. Oh, I'm totally gonna plug it in. It's probably going to catch
the computer jade.
It might actually power on because it just went through the bottom of that PCB. It might not work, but it might actually register hardware wise on the computer. So I'm kind of curious.
Well, unfortunately,
these still worked after that. What if it worked better than it did when he was using?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
we were joking about that. Shot the jades out of it.
All right. Later in the show, I'm going to see if I can find a USB mini. What decade is this? But I'll see if we can plug it back in. We'll see if it works.
Oh yeah, it's what is that? The USB,
mini.
The one before C. Is it B or something? Yeah.
No, it was mini.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Micro, there's USB mini. Those are two.
Yeah,
mini.
I think it's mini.
Yeah.
That was very short-lived.
Unfortunately, I actually like that one, but I should have, any good self-respecting nerd, I have a pile of cables and it's in there somewhere. So we'll give it a try. If I drop out of StreamYard, it's not because I hate it. It's because I've destroyed my $800 laptop.
You saw, yeah. Well, it made a perfect hole in that PCB. Maybe it was a capacitor it doesn't need to use very often. Who knows? Weight reduction. Before we get started, though, we have a couple super chats here. We have Jake Martin for a $10 super sticker, and it was a hippo turning his hat around, giving a corn boy thumbs up. Hell yeah!
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
Shout out.
Jake has been.
Oh, now you're all figured out he was muted.
Oh, he was muted. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
What? This is news to me.
And then we got Cornboy for a thumbs up.
Thank you, Cornboy.
Cornboy also a great supporter. Mm-hmm. And Cajun Corey as well for $5. Oh, here we go. What did the cannibal choose as his last meal? Five Guys.
It feels more like a Leon joke than a cannibal joke, but it's passable.
It's like one of those jokes that you want to be mad at, but you can't,
Yeah.
There's effort there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Cajun Corey. You were also missed at the meetup as well.
It was kind of nice understanding everybody, so take that as you want.
Well, okay, so really quick, the meetup was kind of fun because it was a larger venue. It had an outside, and it wasn't too loud to like hear everybody.
Oh,
you know,
it was it was really nice.
As a matter of fact, I still have my voice. And going to these meetups before, usually the music and everything is so freaking loud, you have to shout the entire time, and I would lose my voice every single time. So it was much bigger. I liked the outside. They had a taco truck, and the tacos were amazing. But yeah, I got to meet a lot of fun people, including Nerdy Neo, who was like, "Hey, I want to be on your show," and I was like, "Oh, how about this Monday?"
Well, no, I didn't be like, hey, I was like, hey, you know, if you're open to it, I'd love to come on off the hip again.
Well, I've been wanting to get you back on anyways, so yeah,
it worked out well.
You're leaving out one detail is after he read me the riot act for not playing Mass Effect games.
Oh, did he give you hell for that?
That's hilarious. It literally wasn't like, hi, Mo, nice to meet you. He's like, he didn't even say hi. He's like, why haven't you played him yet? It's like,
he did that justifiably, though. I mean,
he was on open mic back in July, and he said he was going to play it, and he still hasn't.
I was also
I even started playing it.
Yeah,
I was also in the mountains of South Carolina when I might have had a few drinks in me. All right, I might not. No, I do want to play it. I have it, and I will play it. Who knows when I'll play it?
The first step is just playing 10 minutes of it, Mo. Just give us 10 minutes.
That's all it
Just try a little crack. That's what I hear. Like the first playing those games is like
example, just a wee bit. Just ignore your entire family and any responsibilities and play 10 minutes of Mass Effect.
And remember that there are only 3 Mass Effect games.
Yeah.
Yes. Nerdy Neo has reminded me that many times. So that
I have not, because I am actually not a defender of Andromeda, but I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is.
I don't think that the gameplay is bad. I think the story's bad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my problem with play. And whenever you have an RPG that is centered around the story and they totally fucking whiff the ball on that, I would say that is enough to make a game bad.
Yeah.
As an RPG enjoyer.
I'd hope, Mike, we stayed out Airbnb. In fact, kind of funny.
That's on my side.
We booked this Airbnb because it looked really nice. It had a nice backyard. We're like, oh, cool. It looks like a fun place to chill and hang out. Inside, really nice. We should have looked at a Google Street View of the place because we were in a bad neighborhood. So
I did. The last time they took a picture in the neighborhood was 2011. I was just like, man, these old cars look really good. And I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign.
Wasn't hit hard by the blue state yet, huh?
It doesn't look like it. I mean,
oh man,
yeah, but it was nice on the inside. It was fine.
No, the place itself was great. Nothing bad happened to us there either. So
Savvy just finished playing that.
And guess what, chat? We ate Jessica Lindstrom's cookies, and they were amazing. So be jealous.
Yeah,
and her farmings. It was
And I weighed myself when I got home, and I weighed a few extra pounds. So
you know what, Mo? Just for that, I'm gonna have to make you look a little worse than you did in the intro.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you just oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. Well, I feel bad.
All right, let's
like it wasn't going to happen anyways.
oh. We're going to start off with a couple of my clips here. Orange cats are definitely the asshole of all the cats, right?
Mm-hmm. No. The problem with orange cats is that they share one brain cell, and each of them only gets it for a few moments a year.
Well, that's very appropriate to what's about to happen here, Hayden.
Yeah,
Yes.
The cats are liquid, though.
Yep. This is orange cat behavior.
He's almost got it. Oh, hey. There he goes.
It's
okay,
a catfish.
That's the joke among cat owners is that orange cats are the worst ones, but also the best ones because they have a single brain cell that is collectively shared all around the world.
Oh, dude! Raider. All right. So Raider was awesome at the meetup. I talked to him for a while.
Me too.
We need to decode what the 6273 means, right?
Yep. And I was
Yeah,
much like
something
Nerdy
there.
Neo. I was admonished for giving up the ghost of why he doesn't put words in his super chat. He's like, you like. Sorry, Raider.
And now that he knows that it's a code, he says he's gonna like change that up even. So. Yeah, Raider. It was great hanging out with you. I hope you're at the next meetup. I think I heard a rumor that the Dallas meetup isn't going to happen. Anyone else
That's
hear
what
that?
I heard.
Yeah,
Okay, so I was watching WrestleMania on on Geeks and Gamers Locals, which was amazing, by the way. Like Geeks and Gamers Locals, not the plug for them; they're not paying me, but it was super fun. He basically said, "It's not going to happen." So, but Jeremy, it goes from like 1% to 2% to 3% to 99%, and we're having it tomorrow. So, so
that is true.
It doesn't sound like it's going to happen, though. It doesn't sound.
Yeah.
Raider. But let's see here.
Yeah,
what I got next.
Before we move off the cat topic, I no longer have my dog. He went to heaven back in February, and I miss him. But
I'm sorry.
I will probably be getting another pet here later in the summer after I get back from a few-week trip. And I figured I'd probably go with the cat because and someone's like, if you get a cat, don't get an orange one. I was like, all right.
Well, you're gonna have more stories with an orange cat.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah.
I have been a black cat owner. I used to have a little void cat.
Which kitty?
And my cat was an asshole to everyone except for me. And he was so much of an asshole that, like, if I had company over at my house, they would sit down in a chair and he would jump up into their lap and start purring. And the minute that they started to move their hand to pet him, he would hiss at them or scratch at them. That was where he was going to sit. They had no say. Don't touch me. And him and I fought all the time. But, I love the little bastard.
Let's see here. I don't know why this is just kind of weird and stupid, but
Amazon little trucks, bro. How's that?
look at this dude just pedaling up the battery.
She don't need a license.
Oh, fuck that!
Oh, check this out. There's no license.
No license plate. I guess they're just considered like a personal skateboard or something.
I guess it would be like similar to a golf cart, maybe.
Check out.
Like, can you drive out on the sidewalk?
I don't know about the sidewalk, but he could probably go with the bus lane or the bike lane. I mean,
like Amazon drivers have anger issues enough. If they have to spend all day pedaling up their vehicle, nah, you're not getting any package on time or in good quality.
Yes, the only thing they deliver are dildos, though. That's the problem. So.
How would you know that, Mo?
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
You know what, man? There's sometimes you got to make some money on the side. What can I say? You got to. I do research.
Sometimes you got to find out what it tastes like.
Stank Man talks like 5 times a damn stream, and one time he decides to open his mouth and make fun of me. Fuck you, Stank Man.
I approve.
Now, be quiet for an hour, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? It makes the moments that I speak just that much more special. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Yeah.
They are very special. I agree.
It's kind of like using the soundboard in Discord. You want to use it sparingly because if you do the knocking in your right ear every 5 seconds, it's not funny, is it?
Can't overdo it.
I'm assuming there's a story behind that, but
he knows who he is.
There's new rules with the.
He knows who he is. And of course, what does he do? He plugs the Discord right away after we call him out.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this caught my eye because it's so retarded. I don't know if this is real or not, but there's this thing from Samsung apparently called Bali, and it's going to launch in U.S. and South Korea this summer.
That's all.
Oh, I hate this. Oh hell no. No. Dystopian nightmares stay far away from me. Fuck that.
I'm good.
Lives on a
I'll
Black
pass.
Mirror.
This gives me the creeps, man.
Look how happy she is that she has her Bali, though.
I'm sure she is. Actresses are generally happy to promote products.
It's a
How was
mouse
that
story.
corgi just not trying to rip that thing up?
Yeah, that corgi would rip that thing apart. Why is it turning on the TV for the dog?
So why did the TV rotate?
Smart
I don't know.
TV.
I almost think they're trying to promote the TV at the same time as this thing. If this is real, because I don't even know if it's if it is.
I saw this a while ago.
If you
No,
Hold on.
that TV
This
is
is what I was thinking of. So it's like signaling to the vacuum to clean it up. So this is like the manager for your other devices. Is what it
Right,
seems
yeah.
like.
Yeah,
Like the
turns
blue
TV.
collar of your.
Yeah, because
Turns on your
the
vacuum.
blinds, the curtains that it told to open, those were all automated opening. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's exactly what this is. It's a home management little weird thing that spies on you.
He's like, okay, cool. You're charging. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
It's a mouse droid. You just need to yell at it really loud like a Wookiee.
And then it goes and it snuggles next to the corgi.
How is the corgi not?
I don't think it's
I
real,
hate it.
personally.
I hate that.
No,
Now,
Koreans are quite odd because we just hung
Yeah.
out with one this past weekend.
this seems like something that is maybe in development. Like, that's not exactly how it works, but it's one of those things that they are developing, and it's going to be always on, always listening to you. You program it when to to open your blinds and stuff, but you also have to buy the Samsung blinds opener and that rotating TV. I'm pretty sure that was at CES this year.
Okay, so
Look
I
at
usually
the
try not to-
comments.
Look at Blob Union in our chat. There's some jokes that are good. There's some that are amazing. That one's just like top tier.
Biblically accurate butler is how.
Wow, that's a good one, Blob Union. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Jake Martin. That's what I was thinking too. And there's someone here that's saying that also, right here. Black Mirror vibes. Yeah, everyone's saying, "Oh, now people are just actively choosing to have stuff spy on you."
Yeah, and that one can follow you around, so it's worse than like having an Alexa or something. Sorry if I triggered anybody's. I forget about those because I never bought one. Listen, when I was in IT, we had a joke about, every IT guy has a standard printer in their house. It's not smart connected to anything, standard refrigerator, and a shotgun just in case the toaster makes a weird move.
Let's see here really quick. We got some gifted memberships from Sergeant Giratina. Gifted
Thank
5
you, Sarge.
memberships. Dude, thank you. Hell yeah, thank you so much. I think he's pretty active over on the Doolies podcast.
Oh, okay.
So you might have picked him up over there. Yeah, great dude.
Doolies, I think I've seen him around Cinevere. Yeah, he's a sergeant's. See him in the chats all the time.
Yeah. And then I thought this was kind of funny. Melee K posted this, says, "I miss you, 4chan. Is there any video game where you play as retard? Not a retard, just retard.
Are you retarded?"
This person says, "Literally any video game you touch."
Burned.
The hate replies there.
I love the internet, dude.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Melee K.
Is 4chan
Yes.
still dead? Does anybody know?
I think it might still be down.
I'm gonna
That's
check
what
right now.
someone on the X replies there. Is it still breathing?
I'm gonna check right now.
Every Bethesda game that's accurate.
Not every Bethesda game, just recent Bethesda games.
I think they
So
just didn't know how retarded they were back in the day, to be honest.
if you go to 4chan right now, you get a white splash page that just says service unavailable. The server is temporarily temporarily unable to service your request due to maintenance or downtime. So yeah, it's dead.
Surely they'll be done with the maintenance soon.
It's been going on a couple of weeks now, from what I understand.
Like, what happened with that? Like, do we know what the story is?
Yeah, the quick rundown is basically there was this leftist hacker group that got mad at 4chan because 4chan was considering taking down the LGBT board and a couple of other ones. And then they started deleting some of those. And this hacker group got really upset and hacked 4chan because they were using basically software that was from like 2012, whenever the previous like main admin for 4chan left. So they were able to easily backdoor into it. They got all of the information of all of the users and started doxing all of the Jannies or janitors, aka site moderators. And a lot of them were using .government websites and as their like email addresses. So it was found out to be a complete honeypot the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we knew the CIA was going to try to crack into that one.
Oh, for sure. Because I mean, it was the board that was like, oh, anything you post here is completely anonymous. And it turned out that the Jannies, the moderators, were able to see the IP address and physical location of every single poster that ever visited the site.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if you were smart and only logged in with a VPN, then you could have gotten away with it. But
yeah,
not everybody does that. See, we got another one here. Don't say anything yet until the video ends, but there's something wrong.
That hurts.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Did it freeze? Why did it freeze?
Yeah. What the heck?
Sorry. Yeah. See that? They're trying to promote this magazine style USB charger, and they're loading the ammo in backwards.
I thought that's what I saw.
Oh,
it's like, man. I think the bullets are facing the wrong way.
You have one job with your marketing. Come on.
I think they do it on purpose.
Is that SIG branded?
I don't know.
It says SIG right on the side, doesn't it?
Does
right,
it?
Like right after this clip.
I honestly think that they do this kind of stuff on
6 hour.
purpose because then more people see it and go, "Oh my gosh, they're putting the ammo in backwards," and then they reshare it, and then 5 more people.
I just like when people misspell stuff intentionally,
or make really cringe, goofy commercials. Like you'll remember shitty commercials for the rest of your life. A good one, unless they're the absolute best, you'll always forget. But you'll remember like. There's local commercials for I'll never forget. They're the worst things ever, but I'll remember the company.
Oh yeah,
failure.
Yeah, some of those.
So does that thing just a battery for your phone, or does it serve as an actual magazine as well?
I don't know. It
looks like it's all plastic.
Okay, yeah, it does say 6 hour right there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably just a
Seems like it would actually work as a
battery.
magazine.
SIG's new Bluetooth magazine.
Can you fire it from your phone?
It'll turn great with
like
my
30
shoe
feet
phone.
range of your gun. It shoots.
So, there are like some states though that have like weird laws about like recording things. So it's a possibility that whatever state they recorded that in would not allow you to properly load a magazine on camera. So if that
They
was
were
the
unloading
case,
it though.
No, but they loaded it first. And they would have to, like, you would not be properly loading it.
No, I don't think that's.
I don't know. I'm just
That's
saying.
a great idea, but I don't think that's true. Because
Kind of
not even
how you're not
YouTube.
allowed to drink alcohol in a beer commercial.
Right. Yeah. Even YouTube says that you can do that for educational purposes. So that would be an educational thing. All right. Let's actually get into some gaming news. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Nintendo put out a commercial with Paul Rudd in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize this, but Paul Rudd was in a commercial in 1991, and that's what they were playing off of.
Yep.
So gonna go ahead and play it real quick. It's actually pretty cool that they're doing this.
I think this is awesome. There's lots of people that think it's stupid. I thought this was a really cool move.
This is pretty cool.
I had Pirate Wings.
Look at that, dude.
It's the original commercial.
Yeah, this is the SNES commercial.
This is from 1991.
I remember this commercial.
He doesn't age. Like,
about that.
we all know.
Superpower. So let's go ahead and check out the actual commercial from this week.
Old Nintendo commercials are unbeatable.
Yep, Super Mario 3 is one of the coolest commercials ever.
Can't be touched.
He's wearing the exact same outfit, has almost the exact same haircut.
Same necklace, even.
Yep.
The pay to play button.
And don't forget that there were so many rumors about, you know, this could be called the Super Switch.
With my long black duster,
right?
Rock hair and beaded necklace. Now we're playing with power. Come on.
Hi, Uncle Paul.
Lisa.
I can't wait to tell my class how I clowned you guys.
That's a lot of lip out of you, Lisa. Time for our thumbs to do the talking. Let the games begin. Lisa, how are you going that fast?
I think this is
have an
awesome.
actual driver's license. Let me show you a little something I learned in the 1900s. You can ride rails now. I'll be honest with you, that was purely accidental.
You boomers are
I love this the totally clean shit talk, you know?
She's on the wall. She's on the wall. Lisa, get down. You're not allowed to be up there. My head is a burger, and you know what that means? I don't exact. It means something good. No.
Yes.
Lisa! I'm gonna feel that tomorrow. You know, guys, it's nice playing with power, but this is better because now we're playing together. Super together. Uh-oh. He's doing a voice.
All right.
All together, anytime, anywhere.
I think that is a great commercial,
That was
and to
good.
play off of the Super Nintendo commercial that they did, that because that commercial was a hit in '91 as well.
Oh, dude.
So
You
Maybe
can see
wanna
why.
go. Yeah.
yeah,
It still hits now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I hadn't seen either of those, and that second one is a bit cheesy, but I like it's called back to an older one. That original one from the Super Nintendo, that was great.
I like the callback and the fact that they lean into the cheesiness. Like, I think that that's actually really good marketing, because that's showing you the company also knows it's a joke. They brought him back in the same thing. They're being cheesy about it, and they tried their best to make it feel like authentic with the totally clean shit talking, and you know they're really trying to boost it out there. Like I don't know, I really enjoyed that commercial.
Well, the people that love Nintendo as adults are people that are nostalgic. So it only makes sense that they would bring back a nostalgic style of marketing, right? I think it's genius.
Nostalgia sells 100%.
Yeah, and you're marketing to a segment of the population that are in their, I should know because I'm there, in their mid 40s to early 50s, and they're at the height of their careers. They got the kids that they want to share this experience with, and they have a ton of money compared to the rest of the other segments in society. So yeah, you want to market to people that can also market. You got that generational marketing. So
well, it's also that generation that was screaming, "Call it the Super Switch! Call it the Super Switch!"
Yeah,
I'm
so,
still
yeah,
calling it the
so-
Super Switch.
Should have called it the Super Switch. Would have went better in that commercial.
Oh, can you imagine if they come out with a Super Nintendo colored Switch? I would buy that.
God.
I would spend twice as much on that, and I can't even. That's one thing Sony has got down pat. Every time there's a big anniversary for the PlayStation, they always release whatever PlayStation's out in the original color scheme, and it just makes me want to buy it immediately.
Yeah, they did the PS5 OG controller, and I wanted it. It's just too damn expensive. I'm
Yeah,
not
they did it
paying
with
that
the
much
PS4
money.
too, and it looked
Yeah.
beautiful. It was just So yes, good marketing. I agree.
Well, PS5 even did the really smart thing where they wouldn't have like a limited number of stuff, and they let you have the you could set your PS5 to whenever it booted up. Your boot screen would be either the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. You could set it to any of those, and then they took it away after a couple of months because they went, now when we give it back to you, you'll want to buy it again.
Yeah. Really quick, C&D Designs for $5. Thank you, sir. Hail ABF and all the panel.
Hail.
Disney is the devil. And Yellow Ball is a demon. Hail Maga and the Rebellion.
Yes.
What is
Hail the Rebellion.
That is $5 well spent right there.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, let's see here. So, friend of the channel, Kata, posted this earlier today. And I don't think that this was intentionally done. I think that this was a mistake on Ubisoft's part. But let me just go ahead and play the video really quick.
So let me get this straight. So if I no longer have Ubisoft Connect Plus, right? I used the 1 month trial and it's over. But there's an update for the game that I can't do because I don't have it. I'm trying to uninstall the game because I don't want to play it anymore. But I can't uninstall the game because it's saying some of the files cannot be deleted because of the update. So the only way to uninstall this game from my PC is to re-up on what is it? Ubisoft Connect. Sorry, I had a brain fart. To re-up on Ubisoft Connect. This is fucking stupid. So let me get this straight.
I think that's funny. I had to do it.
I feel like I might have an explanation for what might have happened here, and I tend to agree with you, ABF. I think this is an accident. I think what it was they locked admin permissions in the game behind the installer, so like you're not able to make any changes to it, like downloading updates, stuff like that, if you're not going through their installer.
I don't think it's that. I think it's like the uninstall compiler not being able to be accessed anymore because you're not fully logged in.
You just said that a lot smarter, but that's exactly what I meant.
I think it uninstalled most of the files. It just couldn't uninstall. I think we're just saying the same thing 3 times over, but yeah,
probably so.
We'll get there, where you're like, well, it's uninstalled, but there's still some remaining files. They word it differently with different programs, but yeah.
So if you look in the comments, everyone's like, well, you can uninstall it. You just have to go through all this fucking bullshit to do it. You shouldn't have to do that.
No.
On Steam, you right-click the game and you say, manage, get off my computer. And that's
Hey,
it.
on PS5, I just hit start, scroll down to delete, and hit X, and then it was gone. Thank fuck.
Yep. So, I mean, this is kind of a big mess up, and hopefully they get that resolved. But I don't like all these different launchers, especially when they suck. So,
Can I just say, when I was going to delete AC Shadows the other day, I was just going through the trophy list to see what was left to get, and even though I've defeated the final boss and the credits have rolled on the game, it still says in the achievement list that I haven't completed Act 2 or 3.
Wait, hold on.
I've had that happen.
Did you watch all the credits, Norman?
I did not stay around
all
for the
2
credits,
hours.
No, because I
there you go.
Because I pulled like a 9-hour stream and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to bed. See you later." That was the worst stream of my life.
Well, then you said, "Fuck this! I don't want my trophy." Is what I'm hearing.
No, but I'm saying I completed the whole story, defeated every main boss. The credits rolled, and it's like, no, you haven't done Act 2 or 3 yet. So what?
Did you have the game?
I had that happen to me in Black Flag on 360.
I think
I didn't complete Chapter 10.
Yeah, but
I had to go back
Black
and do the whole
Flag
game
has a
over
linear
again.
story to it. You can do that in sequence, whereas Shadows has all these different trees. We have to. I think what happens is you have to kill absolutely everyone in the game to get those trophies. But it's just like, if I've done the main story and the credits have rolled, why do I not have those trophies yet? It's so stupid. I hate non-linear.
That's dumb.
Yeah, when you mentioned the launchers, on a recent episode of Top 5, we ranked our top 5 favorite gaming prank, April Fool's pranks, and my number 2 was the Corsair launcher. You guys ever hear about that?
I don't think so.
No, I love it.
It was great. It was they created a launcher that launches all of your launchers. It was hilarious.
For the like mice and keyboards and stuff.
You know, you joke about that, but there was legit like third-party companies making launcher managers for a while. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
GOG Galaxy. They had one where it launched your launchers.
That's so stupid.
And it wasn't a joke. It was just like, hey, we know you don't want to spend 2 clicks to open up this game, so here's something that doesn't work. Yeah, it was. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I was like, I'm unimpressed.
I did download that recently. GOG Galaxy.
No, they do. Yeah, they do the Lord's work with giving you DRM free games, but
Yes.
get that launcher shit out of here.
Quick shout out to Playnite, Playnite. You can basically log into all your things there, and it'll combine them all into one launcher.
Yep,
So-
I use
Okay.
it for my arcade. Yep, I have an arcade that plays like Windows games and old retro games. It's beautiful.
It's like having a password manager.
Yeah.
Right. I've actually never used a password manager. I know a
I
little
don't
bit
like
about it.
password managers.
Yeah.
I don't like logging multiple things into one thing and then having them all be connected. I have different passwords for everything. Like
Yep.
yeah.
Just remember your password.
My password is in
phone.
a fictitious language, so good luck guessing it.
Yeah, Nerdy
it-
Neo's right. Playnite is amazing. It's
Is it-
super. It's open source, right? I think
so.
I think it's beautiful. It's a wonderful launcher. Yes, it's the one that actually does what everybody else wants to. So
I think I know what Norman's password is.
Go on then.
All right, it's password1 with a capital P.
Oh, so close. So close.
So
Password
obvious, I'll never
2.
guess it.
But it's written
Well
in
done.
the Doctor's language from Doctor Who.
well, they call
actually quite
they
close.
call it
Yes,
Welsh
yes.
over there, but I digress. It's password one, which is harsh.
No, Nerd Slab got it right. It's actually High Gallifreyan. So yeah, good luck.
Nice.
Well, now we know where to start with the brute force password manager.
Yep.
Now we just gotta
And
go
you know
get
what?
the PC.
Also start with like speak friend and enter. Like combine two different
Yes.
things together. and-
Nope,
yeah.
nope, that's impossible. It's one word translated, and there's also numbers and maybe special
Harry
characters as well. So no, you're not getting it.
Yeah,
You're
as
just
soon
not
as
getting
we figure out Norman's password, we're gonna figure out your shit, Raider. We're coming for you.
it.
It's probably like beans and toast in some weird language.
Nope,
It's got something to do with Harry Potter. It's got to be.
nope. It's all Doctor Who related.
Oh, Risket's got it. You capitalize the ass in password.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Let's see here. All right. Before we move on to this one story, I wanted to see here, find this real quick. All right. Everyone was talking about WrestleMania. I don't know anything about wrestling.
Yeah.
Nope.
Apparently everybody went to Vegas to go see that, and it's amazing, and everybody keeps talking about it. But now they're all disappointed, but I'm
I
not.
didn't know there
That
was
wasn't-
WrestleMania until we got there.
Yeah. So this is literally what I hear when people are talking about it. This is football, but this also applies to other things.
Starts to come, and then he pulls out. You have to like when there's a guy coming right in your face and he just sits in and delivers it. Down his face. Probably coming right at their throats. Tyrell Williams. He beats. Needed 2 thrusts to get it in. Vines has been coming all night long, but then he pulls out and it's hard. It's been a while since he's seen a hole that big. Got 5 inches on him, but somebody's going to get that gobbler at the end of this game too.
Blown away by the referee's hands and his ability to suck in these balls.
There's no way.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my word. So that's all I hear when people start talking about wrestling. I just think it's funny.
That is funny. So the one less gay thing about wrestling, I would say, is Ray Ripley.
What is that?
If you guys don't know who she is, feel free to look her up in your spare time.
Okay.
I think she just won a
Go
belt.
sports.
Yeah,
Sports ball.
Yeah, trust me. You'll see her and you'll go, "Oh, I get it."
I watched WrestleMania on Geeks and Gamers Locals. It was pretty fun. I grew up watching it. I know a lot.
I'm
about
sure
wrestling.
it's fun. I never got into it. I can't relate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, see, Rick, it's Red Golf Queen Ripley.
Golf Queen, Paige Sporanic.
Let's see here.
Raid.
Again, raid
Ooh, the
rated.
DJ. Oh, did we? One sec.
What's up,
Smooth
Snoop?
the DJ, member for 1 month. Hashtag get Neo 300 subs. Are you under 300 subs, Neo?
I'm at 283. So
What the hell is wrong with
What?
people?
That is criminal.
Oh my God, hold on a second.
I am still sad I couldn't make it to Vegas. We did miss you. Hopefully next year. Yeah, definitely. If not, hopefully you can make it to the next Orlando meetup.
yeah, I hope to meet you in person sometime soon.
Yeah. Yeah,
great
Smooth
dude.
unfortunately made it too late and gave the GCA and made fun of me. So, you know, he at least was able to ruin my part of the vacation at that point.
We got Vex in chat. Vex, it was great meeting you at the meetup. We were joking with Rossi that you were getting handsy with everybody there, and Rossi was nowhere to be found.
Oh, it's
So-
my title raid. I met Leon and Shield Wall Dragons. What's up, guys? Good chatting with you guys.
Hail Vital Odds. Yeah, so we went shooting on a second day with was it Badger, Gooch, Moxie, Tech Rat, and Leon was there. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was where I got my sunburn at because the sun was actually out, and I was like, I don't need sunscreen. We're not going to be out here that long. Should have put some on. Let's see here. All right, so we have. Sorry about that. Sorry to sound like Mo and just pull stuff up with silence. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remake is apparently going to be out tomorrow, or at least the announcement. And it's rumored that the game is going to come out the same day, but we're not sure on that yet.
Yeah,
So-
we're
A lot of
thinking it's
rumors that it's going to shadow drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all rumors.
Yeah, so finally, after weeks of leaks and even official screenshots appearing online, and I think that's something that you have, Bethesda has not only officially acknowledged the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remake, but also announced that we'll get a full reveal and showcase of the game tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Let's see here. So if you click on this, they're going to do some sort of fancy reveal in 13 hours. We'll probably cover that Wednesday.
Cool.
But yeah, Hayden, you had the comparison, right?
Yeah, I do. There you go. So this is from an article that came out about 2 days ago. So this one was before they announced that. And again, the announcement that they made today was just that they have a YouTube video that's going up tomorrow. They didn't say anything about the game releasing. This has all been speculation up until this point. And even from this article that I've got pulled up here, it was all still speculation at this point. But this one is from Twisted Voxel. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster receives new screenshot comparison. So basically, somebody went and scraped the website, and they were able to pull up these screenshots and comparisons of the two different games. And I've got them. We'll look a little bit more in detail on some of these. But so this on the left here is the original. And then on the right, you have the remake. So it looks like basically.
So one thing I want to point out, people will say that the right looks worse. And I'll tell you that it's not. The reason being is games did this a lot back in the day, where they would put everything through a blue filter.
Yes.
Just to sharpen it up.
Yep.
You don't need that anymore. So they took the blue filter away, and now you can see the actual raw, fidelity of it.
And let's not forget the RTX of the time, Bloom. Where
And
they made like fuzzies around the lights, and it was woo.
Yeah, we can see some shadows there and a little bit of shrubbery growing out of the cobblestone and stuff like that. So
Bring us a shrubbery.
Yeah,
Shrubbery.
Neat.
Here we've got the classic goblin jump on the bridge into Cyrodiil. But yeah, you can see they it's not that they added a brown filter onto the new version, it's that they took the blue filters off of the old version. However, I've been reading some stuff that's also saying that they have changed not the engine that the game actually runs on. So it's still going to use the original Oblivion engine. However, graphics are being handled by Unreal Engine 5. That's some of the stuff that I've kind of seen on this. But yeah, it's a lot sharper, looks a lot better. And there you can even see that the grass and the individual blades and stuff, that does look to be running on Unreal 5, whereas previously you had the pixelation and it was kind of just stuffed in there.
And these are not official comparisons. These were data mined off of their website. So we don't actually know if these are the real thing or not yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they were data mined. Weren't they accidentally leaked by the devs?
So it's up in the air as to what actually happened. There are people who have said it was leaked by the devs. There's people who said it was scraped off the website. But the website stuff does say that area of the website was immediately locked down after these started circulating on the internet.
I'm thinking that they were preparing for the announcement, and it was a not a public address, but someone figured out the address to that part of the website and went there and found all these.
So okay, here's an interesting thing about this. So this first got brought up in December of last year, and it was after the developers that had been working on the Oblivion mod for Skyrim announced that they would be releasing Skyblivion, that they would be releasing it this year. Around the same time, these rumors started swirling around that Bethesda had been working on a remaster for Oblivion. And we didn't have any kind of confirmation or anything. People started talking over the last 2 weeks or so that, hey, this could be a stealth drop. They're not going to tell us anything. They're just going to boom. It's going to be out there. And as of, I believe, yesterday, there were people that were, saying, oh, the game's going to drop this week. And then today we get this. We got this. Bethesda Game Studios tweeted out this morning that tomorrow at 11 a.m. And if you were a fan of Oblivion and you ever played it, you knew exactly what this was. But the link goes straight to their YouTube, and the video is just titled "All Will Be Revealed." So we don't know if that means it's coming out or if they're just going to give us some kind of a showcase, tell us what they've been working on. But with them deciding to do this at the same time, they probably worked on this for, I would say, at least a year. But the Skyblivion mod has been in development for 10 years.
Yeah, 2012.
So, yeah, it's not it's not something that. I'll put it this way: Skyblivion won't be available on any consoles, but this will. And this is something that I think potentially gives Bethesda the chance to save face after their last couple of games have come out and people didn't like what they were doing. Now
we
they
covered
can
this
come
on
back.
Trigger Happy. The Skyblivion devs have said, yeah, we're happy that there's an official remaster happening. Double the Oblivion for fans is what we want. We're not seeking to make any profit from Skyblivion, so Bethesda Softworks has every right to make their own. And yet it should be noted that it's Bethesda Softworks and not Bethesda Studios that's making this game. So the game will be out on time and probably will look pretty good as well.
But I just think that this is a way for them to come back and try to save face before we start getting announcements on the Elder Scrolls 6, because they've been working on that for a little while too. And Starfield face planted, and people lost a lot of faith in what
I don't
Bethesda
think you're
is
going to
gonna
see the next Elder Scrolls until the next gen, though.
It'll
That's
be a
gonna
couple
get
of
pushed back.
years,
Yeah,
for sure. But I like I said, I just think this is a way for them to try to correct where their brand went and how many people got upset with them. If this is good and they didn't go back and change any of that, like we're hearing that they did change some of the combat, some of the mechanics and stuff, but not that there was any additional dialogue or anything like that added. So I don't think we'll be seeing pronouns.
Maybe. I don't know. Bethesda is Microsoft. Microsoft controls them.
Yes.
They can tell them to put in pronouns in body type A and B, and I think that they would do that. Yeah,
because even though this is being marketed as a remaster, there's no way getting around it. It's a full remake. Like, you can't take a game from that long ago and take the assets from that and just upscale them. That's not how it works. You have to make those items from scratch. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I am interested in playing it because I have played that, but it's been so long I don't really remember it very well. And it'd be fun to play the newer version of it again.
I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan. I've been playing since '99. I love their games. I've played all the way back to Daggerfall, and I absolutely love the games, love the lore, love the story. So this coming out to somebody like me, like, yeah, I'm one of those guys who's like, okay, yeah, if it's modern bad stuff, don't buy it. But this is going to get a day one buy from me because I have got to know if it's as good as the original. And I know a lot of people who are in their 20s, their very first experience with a game that is fully open world RPG, you go do what you want to. This was their first experience with that. And it was a great experience with it. But I played Morrowind, so I got that a little bit earlier than a lot of people did. But yeah, this was one of the first like big open world, and I love the story in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm excited about this.
Yeah, me too. Definitely looking forward to playing it. I played Oblivion not on launch, but not long after launch, and I played a couple hundred hours of it back then, but haven't touched it since. So another excuse to go back and play it again. I am all for it. It'll be day one Game Pass, so if you want to try it out, there's a way to try it without buying it. The funny thing is that the week before Vegas, I did a roulette stream, and Morrowind came up. So I played Morrowind for the first time for about 15 minutes, and I know a lot of people love that one. I think that one way more needs a remake than Oblivion. That one was right.
I agree.
But I'm definitely looking forward to playing Oblivion again. With the new coat of paint and be able to get achievements for it all over again. I'm all for that. So
maybe people wanted Oblivion more because they just had more memories and it was more widely played. Yeah,
I talk about it all the time. How I did not play RPG. Oblivion was my first RPG. That was the one that got me into the genre, because before Oblivion, in my mind, RPG meant like turn-based JRPG, and I still don't like JRPGs to this day, but that was what RPGs were to me, like turn-based combat and like JRPGs and like anime-like characters. It wasn't until someone's like, the reason why I got Oblivion is because one day during work, I was like, you know what, I want a game that's going to take me a long time to beat. So I went to Game Crazy after work that day, because I would go hang out there all the time and I'd be like, hey, give me a game that's going to take me a long time to beat, and he handed me Oblivion, and it's right up there on my shelf. You got the special edition. I got hooked on it, and so that was my introduction to the genre. So I got a special place in my heart for Oblivion.
So when this game came out, it was right in the zeitgeist of Bethesda becoming a massive company in the gaming industry. This was one of the titles that came out and actually put their name on the map as one of the top dogs in gaming, and that pretty much held up. They had a couple of things that came out that were a little less well received, but they were still popular games. And then, that basically led them all the way up into Skyrim. So Oblivion came out in 2006, Skyrim 2011, and that's 4 and 5. So this is a highly beloved game. This is the most played Elder Scrolls game prior to Skyrim. And like I said, I think this is a really good move on their part to do a reskin of this, because it is going to awaken a lot of nostalgia and a lot of love in people that experienced it. And it's also going to bring people in who maybe Skyrim was one of their first open world RPG games. They'll get
they can go experience different story. Yeah.
I never got into Skyrim myself. I remember when I got it, and then I traded it with a friend for Crackdown 2.
Crackdown 2 was a good one. That was also a good one.
Crackdown games. I love the Crackdown games.
Yeah. But I had to look it up.
Fact,
it was 2006.
Oblivion was 2006. Fun fact: Oblivion was the very first Xbox 360 game. I believe it was the first. Yeah, because achievements were introduced on 360. The very first 360 game that had more than 1,000 gamer score.
Yes.
Yeah, the 360 era was where I kind of skipped some PC games because I was paying more attention to 360, and then I got a nice PC again after that. So I also played it on the 360.
So here's another just fun thing real quick. So back whenever Oblivion came out, it was one of the games that actually set us on the path of what DLC would become. And the very first paid DLC that they put out was the $10 horse armor DLC.
It wasn't $10, but it was paid.
It was when I bought it. Because I was one of the first people to buy it, and it didn't do anything except cosmetic upgrade, and it made people very upset. So then they ended up lowering the price, I believe. But then the next DLC that they came out with was Knights of the
Knights
Nine.
of the Nine.
Which gave you a
never played that
full-blown
one.
quest line to go get new armor. It was an extra like 5-6 hours of gameplay, and that was one of the first games that DLC actually started to expand the story. Then you got Shivering Isles, and Shivering
That was the
Isles
first
was
one
an
that had
amazing
extra achievements.
Yep,
That was a good one.
Another probably 20-30 hours of gameplay. Like it was great. But there's a rumor that they're going to release Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the remaster, with 2 different editions, and the upgraded special edition will actually include the horse armor DLC.
Really quick, Leon, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships and the raid. You're definitely a legend. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You get to throw him in the pool, and then he gives you gifted subs. What a good dude.
I didn't throw him in the pool, but I did walk him to the pool, and it was kind of like an inmate being walked to the chair type of thing. It was like it was kind of that energy. It was
Well, because he's hydrophobic, isn't he?
All that long hair.
Sounds kind of bigoted.
That's why we keep joking about how over at the Cabal house they were just squirting him with a squirt bottle. But Leon is definitely fun to hang out with in real life. Not in a hotel room, just at you know the meetups and stuff. Don't make it weird, people. Let's see here really quick. Also, John Ambler, dude, with 5 gifted memberships. Also,
thank you, brother.
John Ambler.
Let's see here, and we got Night Saber. So ABF is already sober. Day after the trip. Well, I had to drive home. Must be playing it safe and gay. Shame. Welcome back, bro. Thank you.
Well, I've ridden in ABF's truck, or his SUV. You could have ran over somebody and not noticed anything. It's fully possible. So.
It only weighs 6,200 pounds. And all right, everybody, shield your eyes. Maximus BP for 99 cents.
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
that was a good heads
get it
up.
off the
That was like the
screen.
first time I actually didn't see it.
All right, it's gone. It's gone.
I
It's
watched.
back.
You bastard!
I watched 1982's The Thing today, and that's still disgusting.
See, now I'm glad I put that clip in the intro. Hitting us with that twice, ABF. Come on now.
Maximus, he basically told me to. And we got Jeff up north for 1 gifted membership. And he started his own channel recently and has his first video up now.
Oh, congrats.
Drink up.
Congratulations.
No, he has an actual video on his Jeff Up North YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah, he does the live streams, I believe, on a different channel. But
drink up.
Yeah. We'll have to get him back on here and shout out his channels again.
Dude, I'm going to subscribe and watch, and I know he'll do a good job, but I want to turn on auto subtitles and see if they can decipher that accent. That accent.
Funny you mentioned that because he's reading too far into the comments on his videos, and he's like, some of them are saying that he used to take like speech classes and shit. And he's like getting all self-conscious. I'm like, bro, just ignore it. Just ignore the Moes of the world because they're just a bunch of assholes.
Sorry, I'm a Hoosier by blood.
Let the haters fuel you.
I must make fun of people from Michigan. Don't worry, it's not just the Yoopers, it's the people in the mitten too, Jeff. So don't worry about it.
That's why he makes fun of me all the time. Come on now.
Because you deserve it.
Well, that too, but
One more little tidbit on Oblivion. I forgot about this until I grabbed my thing because Nightsaber asked me about it. He's like, "Hey, do you have the special edition with the coin?" I do. I don't know what happened to my coin. I lost it, but I do have the map and the booklet in here. But I just forgot that it was originally rated teen, but then they changed the rating after it came out to M. So there was a sticker on it when I bought it, but I peeled the sticker off.
Yep,
So.
I've got one of the original Xbox 360 copies of Oblivion too. I was a day one buyer.
I bet you pre-ordered it too.
I did.
I used to pre-order games too.
Yep. Back then it was normal.
Comics Dad, member for 1 month. Don't trust Mo Zamboni. Mo Zamboni, asshole. See you Wednesday, Mo.
We'll see about that, sir.
Don't trust the China. China asshole.
Comic
gonna
standard
be on the
penis is so
GTA.
small.
I don't know if you saw his message earlier, but he's talking about getting Doom like early before it comes out, and he's talking about getting a helmet to wear while he plays it. That would be
Okay.
cool.
Nah.
That'd be really
Nice.
cool.
I can't freaking wait for Doom.
That's not pretty cool. Let's see here. I wanted to shout this out really quick. I don't know if you guys have ever played Ready or Not, but they are going to be coming to consoles here pretty soon. And just to rewind a little bit, Ready or Not released in a early access state. In fact, it might still be in that state, but they were dropped by their publisher because they wanted, and they did put in their game a school shooting that you have to stop. And they were being a bunch of sissies about it, and they were like, "Yo, we're the police, and we're gonna stop school shootings in the game. Like this is a simulation game. Like we're trying to be accurate and whatnot." And I thought that was pretty cool, and that level is pretty interesting. It's pretty wild, actually.
It's a fun
But-
game.
Yeah,
One of my favorite shooters.
I've heard of this
So
game,
good.
but I don't know anything about it.
yeah. It
It's
goes
so
to
much
show
fun.
you, you get dropped by your publisher and you self-publish, and now you're coming out on consoles. Like apparently it wasn't a big deal, and you made a big deal out of it. So yeah. But here I'll show you guys some of the gameplay. It might be loud, so we'll do half.
Guns. Action. Glory. If that's why you joined SWAT, wake the hell up.
911. What is your emergency?
You're not here to pull the trigger and ask questions later.
We've got reports of a number of
Clear
armed
Keanu Reeves
individuals.
impression there.
You must follow the rules of engagement.
We need to bring as many suspects back as we can.
Hostage situations. Bomb
The
threats.
Nightcore from John Wick.
Active shooters.
Drop the weapon and put your hands up.
But the life or death question is always, what's on the other side of that door?
Oh, this game is fun.
It's great, dude.
It's impeccable.
I have not played it. I've barely heard of it. I hate to say that, but
I remember this game now.
Does that feel like glory to you? We're not cowboys. We are not heroes. We are the last line of defense. Are you ready?
This looks like more my style of shooter, to be honest.
I like the realistic sound of the bullets, like the discharge, where it's like sounds like a pop, pop, pop.
Oh,
That
dude,
was
the audio
craziest thing,
design
like-
is insane.
Yeah, the shooting after shooting the guns in person. I'm obviously an expert now, but but it's it's more visceral. It really, once you kind of know what they sound like and you hear it that way, it's like, oh, it gets you way too excited. Probably because it makes me think of shooting the guns again. But
So let me tell you my experience with the game so far, because it is kind of an unknown game, but you basically, if you're playing by yourself, you have 3 other squad mates. They're AI, and you could like run like commands with them, almost like it's sports ball, and you're telling them what to do. You'll tell them, go in that room, secure it. You go check under the door over there, type of stuff. It's more fun when you have 3 other people in real life with you, because then you always have that one asshole that's just like, oh, I died. I didn't check underneath the door. It was
Who's
booby
playing
trapped.
fucking Call of Duty?
Yeah.
This
See,
definitely gives me proper Rainbow Six vibes.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
attracts
Yeah,
that
it's like
type
the old
of
Rainbow Six.
yeah, old
Yeah.
school Rainbow Six. Yeah.
The guns have very realistic recoil in the sense that they are difficult to control at range, full auto. It helps to tap fire,
The customization is really good too.
And dude, when you're in the active shooter level, like you make your entrance, you're like, all right, we're gonna go through the side door, the back door, like you make a plan beforehand. You're in there and you just hear like full auto fire at the distance, and you get closer and closer to it. Sometimes it gets closer to you. It's really cool. It's crazy.
I
worst
think
part
I'm gonna
is
have
when
to
your
play
gun
this game.
jams.
Oh yeah. And also there's scenarios too where they're like, all right, we need you to take everybody alive. So then you start you have to like run pepper ball and like tasers and stuff like that. And yeah. And then when they actually do have a hostage, like you legit have to hit them right in the dome so they can't, pull that trigger. Also, every single civilian in the game, they promote you to like handcuff because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if they're a friend or a foe. And sometimes they actually pull something out and try to like get you even while you're handcuffing them. So you have to be ready at all times. It's really intense.
It's fun. If anybody gets
really
this
fun,
game and wants to play it, I will definitely play it.
I
Yeah,
will
it's
probably
fun.
be picking this game up. So just as an FYI, because so I fell out of shooter games because I started hating the way that Call of Duty and like Battlefield and stuff started going, where it was like run around and just shoot everywhere and dive and dash as much as you can. Because I like the tactical entrances, right? That subtly, slowly opening a door and then checking your corners as you go in. Like I like that realism in my gun games. And see, like I had heard of this game, but because I've been so far removed from shooters for so long, I didn't look into it. But after watching that, I'm like, oh, this looks like it's right up my alley.
You didn't have a PC till recently, and it hasn't been on console. It's only been early access on Steam. So
I had a PC. I had a PC with a decent card, but
Oh,
I couldn't
okay.
do all of the things at once. Like I do
Right.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now you got one that can just,
I
be
can
able to
got-
handle it a lot easier.
I got one that can cook an egg. That 4090, baby.
Yeah, I thought I had heard about this game and totally forgot about it. Previous Party Chat co-host Mark the Cyborg streamed a good chunk of this game a while back. So that's why
I think I
when
remember
saw the
watching
trailer. I
that.
was like, "That's right, I do remember why I heard the name of this game." And I just looked it up, and it looks like it will support crossplay as well.
Yep. I was just going to mention that actually.
That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. So bringing the console and PC people together, that makes matchmaking a lot easier.
For sure.
Well, I'm not sure you'd want to play a strategic tactical shooter with randoms, but you do you.
I mean, I don't know. Some people do take those games, pretty seriously, even in the random matchmaking. But also, people probably suck as well. So, like, hey, you totally missed that door frame throwing that flashbang, and now I can't see. Let's see here. I also wanted to talk about this really quick. So we talked about how Metro 2033 redo. I believe you played it, Hayden.
Yes,
They actually commented on this. They peaked at 50,000 players on the 16th. 11 years after release.
That is
and
awesome.
There it is right there. That's what happens when you have a good game and you let everybody play it for free just to get them familiar with your franchise.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, what's the cause of the spike? They had a free to play weekend.
It's free. Yeah. No, free to play forever. Yeah.
No, it was for 2 days.
Well, I mean, but you get to keep it forever.
Yeah,
once you get to keep it, do you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it said so.
Okay.
Like once you get it for
they were
free, you
giving
keep
it
it
away,
forever. Yeah.
But we're already past that, I assume.
I want to know what the max is. I want to see. My analytical mind is okay. We hit 50 here. What was it when it was like actually like it hit the max up top there? I want to see
it's $20
compared to its
right now.
It way higher. Look at that.
Wow! Look at that.
Yeah, they barely registered. So when the game came out, it was 2,700.
Yeah, your max looks around that 2018 mark there.
Wow.
2018? Oh yeah. 5,000.
Yeah, I'm 117 minutes
that.
into the game, and I'm really enjoying it. I can't remember if I ever played 2033 before, but I picked it up on that free weekend. Well, last week actually, and I downloaded it live on stream. Only took a couple of minutes to download using my my Starlink, which isn't always the greatest, but
it's a gig download, or it can be.
Yeah, no, and the game is so much fun. It totally makes sense that they've had this massive spike because the first one that they put out, boom, here, sprinkle it to the chicks. It's free. Everybody get a little bit. You pick it up, and man, It's a great game.
And
I'm
speaking
looking
of
forward to
free
playing
weekends, when I wasn't watching Harry Potter, I was playing Skull and Bones over the weekend, and I have to say, I think I might be picking it up when it goes on sale next. It's
Yeah?
pretty good. Yeah, like
Interesting.
they've sort of revamped the combat a little bit, and everything's a lot more streamlined. The game looks nice, and yeah, I was having a lot of fun being a pirate. My only thing is, I'm not prepared to pay like $45 for it. I don't think there's enough content in the game for that yet. I think when it goes on sale, but when it goes on sale, I'll definitely get it because
Skull and Bones, the quadruple A game,
the first quadruple A game in history. Yes.
Huh. Well, all right. My big deal with Skull and Bones is that the ship play in that it feels like you're just a car in the ocean.
Yeah, it kind of does feel like that. Like I am waiting for this year 2 rollout to see how it feels, but I do want to experience it as it rolls out to see if the game gets any better.
I feel like
from what I played, I had fun.
I think for Norman, this is like a rebound chick. Like he was in such a bad relationship with AC Shadows, and he's like, "Hey, it's not that bad. It's like at least I don't have to deal with that bitch anymore."
Yeah, I mean, it's
no, they're adding a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, it has cool. We covered it in Trigger Happy, yeah, but it has or Trigger Homies, I should say. But it has a lot of the Black Flag DNA in it. So you just take the Assassin's Creed out of it, and I'm a decade ago. You know, it's good.
Hey, seriously, if you enjoy it, I think we could all agree. Everybody, like, if there's a game where people are like, like I'm a PUBG fan, people make fun of it all the time, but it's still a great game. Sorry, not sorry. If it makes you happy and it gives you, if it gives you escapism. Good. That's what a game is supposed to do. Take you out of the real world for a little bit. So
John Epler, chlorophyll, more like borophyll. Am I right?
Well, I think it is going to get a massive spike once they roll out that update with land combat. It's gonna have a huge spike because that's like the main thing people wanted since day one is land combat.
Yeah, I mean, Skull and Bones was a game that I was interested in whenever they were first talking about the development of it. But then word of mouth was so bad, I completely ignored it. And then I found out last week when you guys were doing Trigger Homies, I found out that there was no like land combat, but that they're adding that in. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
it feels very much because the development cycle of Skull and Bones was very, very patchy, and it kind of. I feel like the only reason it ever got released at all was because they had an agreement with the Singaporean government because it's Ubisoft Singapore that they had to release the game after a certain time. It's all to do about keeping people employed and things like that and having something to show for it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think they had to get the game out the door. So that first year was a bit rough. And now they're finally getting the game to the place where they want it, it seems.
That's what it was supposed to be.
And it's Ubisoft Singapore as well. So it doesn't really have that Ubisoft stank to it. You know, it's got its own feel.
Well, the rumor is that they spent $800 million on that game.
I wouldn't be surprised because I mean it's at least a decade in development, so naturally you're just running up costs, keeping all those people employed and things like that. So
even if that's wrong, and it's only $400 million, that's $400 million. Like that is insane.
Like I say, I'm not recommending that you buy the game right now for the price that it is. Definitely do not buy it full price for $70. I would say wait till it hits that $40 mark, maybe a little bit cheaper. That's the sweet spot for Skull and Bones.
Well, the reason to wait even more because they put it on sale for like $15-$20 all the time, and that's
that was because they sold 8 copies of the $70 version of the game.
Well, that's when I picked it up and I started playing it, and I was like, "This game is god awful. It's garbage."
Ubisoft games go on sale so quickly too.
Oh yeah.
So never buy a Ubisoft game at full price.
Nope.
No.
Also, it's 40, 50, 60% off. You can wait. Yeah.
The reason
checking this out,
that's what I do. Wait till they're huge discounts.
The reason why they haven't shut it down and written it off is because Ubisoft they already have plenty of losses to write off. If they were a profitable company, they would have shut this shit down and they would have collected tax write-offs on it.
Yep.
But since they have so many heavy losses all over the place, you might as well try to make it profitable because they've already written off as much as they can.
Again, because of their agreement with the Singaporean government, they weren't allowed to shelf it. They weren't allowed to cancel it. They had to release it.
I bet you could have through some sort of negotiation.
Possibly, but
I'm telling you.
On paper, they were contractually obliged to release the game.
Right.
They probably would have been fined out the ass if they canceled it.
Yes, they would have. They would have had to pay a lot of money.
Well, so how much was involved with the Singaporean government? Do we know?
It's just a
Singapore-
bit like it's just a bit like an employment sort of charter thing. So Poland does it as well with the CTPR. They have to keep a certain amount of people employed. They have to make sure that they're releasing a certain amount of products within a certain amount of time as well. So with Skull and Bones, it was kind of okay. We're going to release this in about a decade's time, and then it kept getting pushed back,
Right, but the reason why they're
Leaning
doing
on
that
one.
is some sort of incentive, and that's probably some tax write-off that they had.
I believe the tax write-off is actually that they're in Singapore, and if they hadn't released anything from the Singapore studio, they would have been kicked out of the country.
Exactly. Or as
So-
Nerdslab was saying, they would have had to pay a massive fine.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, you
given
can
the
write off
money
so
back
much.
that they enjoyed having
Sure.
the write-off for. Yeah,
Yep,
at the very
yep.
least. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. That whole thing is interesting. I think that Ubisoft is in more than one hole. So
I do too, but watching what they're releasing with Skull and Bones on this next, little bout for year 2, some of it does look pretty interesting, and it's actually caught my eye again because I've always just wanted the game where you could play as a pirate. And yeah, I know everybody says Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Yeah, I played that game. I 100%ed it. I love the game, but it's also still it's an Assassin's Creed game, like with the combat where you're just hitting, the same buttons over and over again. And like, I wanted combat. Like I want to be able to board an enemy ship and I'm there for the loot. And then I found out Skull and Bones didn't have that. And I was like, oh, okay.
No, right now, all you do for boarding a ship is literally you just tether it, and then a little cutscene plays, and you get a little bit of extra loot.
yeah, that's not a quadruple A game. If some little fucking game that Microsoft bought the studio for to make Sea of Thieves can have it to where you can drive an actual ship through makeshift moving pulleys around and stuff like that. If that is like 100 times more creative than your quadruple A game, you did something wrong.
Yeah.
My
You know what I
thing
mean?
with maybe they're going to change this with the new combat update, but my theory with the ship to ship combat is that when you're like third person doing actual hand-to-hand combat, is I think what you would have is obviously you'd have to have a lot of AI filling up the ranks on both ships, and I don't think Ubisoft wants to go through that because it's just one person to one ship, so you'd have to have a full crew fighting a full crew of AI with maybe 2 people fighting each other.
That's how they should have built the game in the first place.
Yeah. And not only that, I played the beta. I was able to
same.
play it. It was a completely dog shit game, not only for the look of it, the playability of it, just the way it felt, but also the story was riddled with identity politics, and it ruined the fun for me on every single way possible. So
100%.
I don't see them changing the story also, which bothers a lot of people. Maybe I'm more sensitive to it than others, but
They are
fuck
also
that
adding in
game.
multiplayer though.
Yep, and they're adding like a PvP mode where you're just like
didn't have that
4v4
before?
ships. No, there's I say, this game, ironically with the name, was very bare bones when it came out. It's just you're in a ship, you sail about the ocean, you take down other ships, you get some loot, and maybe there's a few special bosses along the way.
Yeah, and that's true.
The
Sea of Thieves did
multiplayer
do pretty well.
The multiplayer was a pain to get working in
Mhm.
at least in the beta for Skull and Bones. Like I think we spent like an hour one day trying to get my buddy to join me, and then we both just hated the game the entire time.
Yep. Let's see here. This is just kind of a discussion that's fun. It's not necessarily about Battlefield 6, but about skill-based matchmaking as a whole. So back in the day, we used to have Battlefield, all the way up to 4. We didn't have skill-based matchmaking. We had team balancing, right?
Yes.
Where if one team lost enough players, then it would force some of the players to go over to the other team. It was kind of annoying when it happened to you, but I get why it was there. Battlefield 2042 does have skill-based matchmaking, and they try to throw the better player over to the other side. I find that even more annoying. but the Battlefield 6 developer was recently interviewed, and they were talking about skill-based matchmaking, and he's getting kind of mad at people for bringing it up. In fact, one of the things, just to clarify, is saying skill-based matchmaking is bad is not really useful. What you really want to say is heavy skill-based matchmaking, where skill separation is a priority, is bad. But that doesn't make skill as a factor in matchmaking bad wholesale. On the contrary, we need a skill value to make balanced teams, no matter the ranges of skills total on a server. It wouldn't be fun if all high-skilled players ended up on the same team, would it? I want to push back on that. It's fun when you're on that winning team once in a while. You know what I mean? Like you kind of get this like curated experience all the time. What do you guys have to say about that?
That never happened to me. I always got put on the losing team.
Yeah, me too.
One of the reasons why I hate PvP.
I'm of the camp that from playing Battlefield, it's capture the fucking flag. Every time I would be one guy. Yes, I would. Yeah, if everybody tried to get like, dude, stay on the flag. I'd go from A, and all right, I'll go to B. And as soon as I left A would just go. You're just like,
yeah.
Is there anybody on my team that's trying to get the objectives?
Yep, I'm a PTFO guy too, and so the problem with the skill-based matchmaking and a lot of that stuff is you'll get people who are higher ranks or lower ranks that, you know, it's capture the objective and they're playing team deathmatch and it doesn't matter because they're just boosting their rank, boosting their KD. Like, and it's impossible to find a way. It seems impossible anyway, to find a way to actually rank people based on that. Now, if they were basing people on like, okay, how well are you actually, you know, playing the fucking objective, then there might be something to SBMM, but as far as it goes right now, they try to do it skill based as far as like what your rank is and stuff. And you can have somebody who's a dog shit, like 4-star general on your team. And it doesn't matter because they get more kills than anybody because that's all they do is kill instead of actually getting the points.
I think they should shame people that don't capture the flag. It should be called,
I do too.
You should get an achievement or whatever the opposite would be that says, what's a flag? So when you know when they're on their team, you're like, all right. And you should be able to TK them.
Being big on achievements, do not put achievements in your game, encouraging people to do something opposite of the goal. There have been games
especially if it's multiplayer only.
Yeah, there's been games that have had achievements for like getting like 5 team kills or whatever.
No, I mean like I mean like in
it's like that's terrible. Do not do that.
Like in Counter-Strike, and Counter-Strike 2, you would get people that basically would be like nuisances in the chat, and they'd auto mute coming in. So there should be like something if they don't capture. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes. So like if they don't capture, if they don't touch a flag in 5 minutes, they explode.
Yes.
You know.
Fair enough.
No,
I'd be okay with that.
Neo's totally right. What they should be having, if it's a multiplayer game for achievements, is like have a lifetime career goal of giving out ammo to other people 500 times or something like that. You know what I mean?
I'm about to punch a wall right now. Yeah, people that play support and never support, and you're there just eating shit, and they never revive you.
Or medic.
You're killing everybody's snipers.
Bo, they fixed it in Battlefield. You know what the solution is? You're allowed to walk up to a support player and hit X to give yourself ammo from that player now.
Oh, because they weren't ever giving ammo out?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What if
because if you're a sniper, you don't have much go, so you're sniping, and you see you see the guy's legs, you see a support guy's legs just trying to shoot people. You're like, hey, I need some ammo, or you do like the thing where you hit select, and it would ping them for ammo, and they never pay attention to you.
And who plays in game chat anymore? You can get banned for saying the most asinine things.
Oh yeah, no, they use an AI monitoring program that listens to what you say, and if they determine that was something offensive, they will ban you for it.
Well, then guess what? I'm going to get Cajun Corey to record all of my burns because nobody understands what he says. So I'm gonna fool the AI. That's what I'm doing.
If you haven't touched a flag, like I like where you're going with if you haven't touched a flag in 5 minutes, Mo, but I think that immediately that character model for that person needs to be given like the 2 arm crutches, and their legs need to be crippled, and they move at 50% the move speed.
Yes.
Just so everybody on the team knows that they're not helping.
Or you automatically next time you respawn, you're chained to the pole, so you can't move.
You're at least going to defend this.
Yeah, you're going to defend it. You're going to be a meat shield, but that's what you get for not helping. So.
There have been a lot of developers that have put really funny things into their games. I don't know how they do it, but on the pirated copies. So like people go on forums like, hey, why isn't this feature working? And it was basically outing themselves because that was something that was only in the pirated version.
Yeah,
So
the payday spin.
A lot.
No one had the payday spin.
No, I don't know about the payday spin. I know about one of the first
Spin, the
anti-pirated
spin, the giant.
Spoon.
There was a year where they released like a giant gold spin that you could get on a limited edition. It was very fun.
Yeah, like one of the first anti-pirate things I remember was the original Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation. There was a codec number that you had to call, and it was Meryl's number, and Meryl is one of the main character like stories that you have to call her at one point. And the only place that they had her code was on the back of the case. So if you called the general a couple of times to be like, what do I do now? He would be like, I don't know, check the back of the game case and you might find a number to call. And they had to fix that whenever they released it on Steam. They had to actually add a separate menu so that you could look at the game art in the game. And then you could see the back of the case and you could get what her code was from one of the screenshots on the back of the case.
So Counter-Strike 1.6 had a great one in some of the rooms where they hated campers. If you camped for more than a minute, you would get a giant white circle that would ping off you. It would make a loud noise. So if you
That's amazing.
It'd go ping like that, and they know everybody know exactly where you're at. I'm like, where's that?
I love that. Yeah.
One of my favorites, and it was super meta, is there was a game where you're playing at the game studio, developing a game, and if you pirated the game, then your game developers in the game would start losing sales because of pirators who pirated the game that you made in the game.
That's hilarious.
I don't remember what the game was called, but I saw it in a top 10 list, and I was like, that is great.
Just to bring it back to the skill-based discussion really quick, I don't know if you guys remember this term, pub stomp. To annihilate an uncoordinated opposing team. When a group of coordinated, competent players who know each other annihilates an uncoordinated, randomly assembled team on an online game, the coordinated team's victory is referred to as a pub stomp. And usually these players had, comms and stuff like that. This was a very, big thing with me before Discord was a thing. I was part of a group of friends who paid the $1 a month to have a TeamSpeak server, and when you could communicate in a game, and you would dominate the other team, and it was the greatest feeling in the world. And with skill-based matchmaking, that actually ruins all that fun that we could have had with coordination. So that's where I'm coming from with it. So I don't know if you guys have any similar stories with that too.
It's as long as they've got like a skill-based matchmaking mode, and then just anyone can play it, and it's not skill-based matchmaking. I mean, that's what they should do. But I know a lot of games don't do that because they don't want to split their player base.
So we pub stomped a team in real life in high school. We put it was like the Sandlot basically, which that's pub stomping. If you think of the Sandlot where they beat the crap out of the other team, that they pub stomp because they talk, they communicate. So we got challenged by a lot of people that were on the actual basketball team, and we played at the local gym, and we ran them out. And the guy stole my friend's like $100 basketball. They rage quit. They literally, but we pub stomped them. They thought they're going to beat us, and we just ran them out. So it's even more fun in person. But yeah, pub stomping is really fun. Happens
Halo
in PUBG
3,
a lot. Yeah.
4v4, BRs only, and sitting on the couch with 3 of my friends and getting that full blown just fucking annihilating the other team because they were random matchmaking, and the 4 of us we'd all squatted up.
Do you guys remember Halo 2? It had skill-based matchmaking in it, and sometimes it got too difficult, and people would just commit suicide, or they would jump off the map constantly. So I don't want to say the word on YouTube. They don't like it. They would
Halo 3,
purposely
same thing.
Yeah, they would purposely shoot the red barrel close range. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's one thing I hate about Counter-Strike. People would nerf all the time. You got these freaking high silver level players just blinking your brain like right out the gate. You're just like, damn it, they're nerfing.
Then they rank up and they derank as fast as they can in the next couple of matches. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that makes me so angry. There's so many angering tropes, like the battlefield don't catch the flag or don't give you ammo or don't. I'm triggered right now. Need all that.
Let's see here. All right, we got one more story before we get out of here. So there's a developer here that's complaining that the genre that Escape from Tarkov created, the extraction shooter, has caused damage to the gaming industry. So Escape from Tarkov has been on the market for almost a decade. In that time, it has firmly established a position as the best and most popular extraction shooter ever made, which is true. And it has inspired the creation of many similar games over the years. That doesn't sit well with everyone. Sounds like jealousy. Many have suggested that the extraction shooter boom is akin to the battle royale boom. I actually do believe in that statement.
Yeah.
A few years ago, when every developer in the world seemed to want to make one.
Or the Vampire Survivors boom.
We're seeing that with the name escapes me. What is the game that Bungie is developing right now?
Marathon.
I think that they were pushed by investors to jump in a genre that they didn't necessarily want to make a game in. Personally,
it's a
there
hero
was the Souls-like genre as well that popped off after Elden Ring won Game of the Year. Everyone was like, "Oh, we're going to make our games impossible to play as well." Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys think that there are other extraction shooters besides Tarkov that are good?
There's one that comes to mind. Hunt Showdown is always one of my favorites.
That one
Hunt
is
Showdown.
very
So
popular.
like the biggest difference between the two and the reason that like they both work in their own like respect is that Tarkov is a big difference because of the gunplay and the way that you can like customize said guns. Like they have everything is name brand, everything is realistic to the T. They have like bullet trajectories and the things you can do to the guns. It's very extensive. With Hunt Showdown, there's bosses and there's things to do. There's ways to kind of go about playing, and they don't put a lot of focus on the guns, but the guns are all like olden day, like World War I bolt actions and revolvers. And so like there's not much depth to the guns anyways, but it also feels satisfying to like get kills and such because it's not impossible. There's no body armor. There's no health bars. So you shoot somebody and they actually get hurt. There's different kinds of ammo and stuff too. And there's a lot of other mechanics in the game. But yeah, Hunt Showdown is an actually really good game.
Yeah, it is. Let's see here. And I got some more. And all I had to do was scroll down the article. I don't know why I forgot Marathon. We're going to be hearing that name a lot coming up here.
Oh, yeah.
It was just days ago that Bungie revealed Marathon, yet another extraction shooter looking to make it big in the space. Like other developers, Bungie has tried to introduce something unique to the mix to make Marathon stand out. And the kicker here is that the game promises to be the most accessible extraction shooter around. I think in order for them to be the most accessible, it needs to be free. At the same time, like I was telling Smash, last week, I don't think that games that have a competitive aspect to them should be free. At least first-person shooters and such, because you tend to experience cheating more. I'd like the game to at least cost $1 or $5, or at least some monetary value. That way, it keeps people from just making a new email address. Preferably like the $19.99 dollar mark, as long as they can give you more with that. admittedly, the extraction shooters are extremely exciting, and this is what makes them fun. You know, there's high risk, high reward, and if done right, they offer a gameplay loop that can be intensely satisfying or absolutely soul crushing. You know, that's what's fun about it, is the risk part. You're like, oh shit, dude, I got this extremely good loot. I need to get it out of here. You know, they tap into addiction centers in the brain.
Spelled it wrong.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, and present almost an opportunity to gamble. That's it. It does hit the gamble part. With players never knowing how their next run will go. This is how Escape from Tarkov has stayed on the top for so long. So, I mean, the Battle Royale, when it came out, was like that, because you're like, dude, this is crazy. I actually won. I'm better than 99 other people,
Dude. The feeling was amazing when it happened.
I don't get why they're changing an existing franchise into a completely different genre.
Well, I think that you can actually differentiate the two. You got Battle Royale and you have Extraction Shooter. And
I
the
just meant
Extraction
Marathon,
Shooter,
the original.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
You are totally right on that one. Because I showed off
Battle
gameplay
Royale and
of it.
Extraction, definitely two different genres.
Yeah, and you're right. The original Marathon game looked like Doom, but in space.
Doom clone.
And yeah, they should have made a narrative-driven game, because I think that the developers from Bungie, weren't they saying that there isn't even a story yet, and that they're going to be coming up with it later or something like that? Yeah,
I did. That's what happened to Destiny.
That's what Concord did. Concord released their game and was like, oh, and in online story comic things, you can find out the story of these characters.
Well, that was Concord's strategy to begin with. They were very clear. Concord was clear with that they were going to release new stories every 2 weeks or so.
Absolutely, and it was a fucking stupid idea.
Yeah. Not necessarily. I think that it was just implemented poorly, but when Overwatch did it, they were giving a backstory to one of the characters that was in the game like once a month, and I thought that was cool. Some of those little animes that they put out for each character, like the Bastion one, I think it was like the first one, right?
Oh, dude, I used to love those. I was addicted.
Yeah, it was sort of like a little short anime for each character, and you're like, oh, this is cool. I have more context to the characters that I've been playing. This is fun,
Yeah, was it in game, or did you have to go off platform to find it?
It was YouTube.
No, it was in the game. Like, you could go to you can go to like an area where you see all the characters there, and you can highlight it, and then all of a sudden there was a video to watch there.
Whereas Concord, Destiny, they forced you to go off platform to actually learn about the world that you were playing in.
No, not necessarily. Destiny was very lore heavy within the game, the story mode.
Well,
yeah,
but story, but I think he's talking about the Grimoire cards, is where all the lore was.
That's exactly.
Okay.
There was no
I got you.
cutscenes.
Like there
I
was
was
stuff
just talking about this
you were
last week on a stream. It's like I put on Party Chat last week. Most hours, my single most hours in single game is Destiny 1. I still have no idea what the story is.
Really? That's interesting. Because I mean, Destiny 2, I jumped into probably a few years after it first came out, and just grinding your character to get the higher power level, you do the campaign story mode, and I found the story to be really fun.
I never played Destiny 2, so maybe they added story to 2, but there wasn't much in 1.
If you never played it, I want to say that Destiny, the base game is free, and the DLCs are only like a few dollars right now. I remember I picked them up on a couple on sale. I actually haven't played that game in a while, but it's a fun first-person shooter. I recommend at least playing the campaign if you've never done it. It has voice acting from Nathan Fillion and a whole bunch of other really, really good actors. Like, the story's good. That was back when they used to know how to make games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I know I'd love it. I just got way too many other games that I want to play that won't.
Well, there's also that one DLC or update that you download that gives the that one character high heels and more quote unquote feminine voice, and turns them into a non-binary or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so the Destiny 2 that I experienced was when it was still owned by Microsoft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they spun off as their own company. Remember when Bungie was like, oh, we could do it ourselves, and we bought ourselves back?
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they were like, we need help. And then Sony bought them up. Like it sucked around that time. It started to turn. So, but that doesn't mean that game that I enjoyed isn't there anymore. It still is. You guys can still experience it. It's the later stuff that came, after that wasn't as good.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah, but yeah, back on the topic. It's like I don't know why they tied it to Marathon when it literally has like nothing to do with the original franchise. Why not just give it a new name? It's like people don't remember Marathon anyway, so it's not like you really need to tie it to a 40-year-old franchise essentially that no one's really played.
Because creativity's dead, and they're like, we'll use an old IP we haven't used in a while. We can shove it out of the back room, put a new spin on things, and make it worse.
That's the problem with all of the modern devs, and honestly, modern people making movies, TV shows, anything. They can't create their own original IP and make it something interesting. So they have to take something from the past, bastardize it, and then try to say, okay, this is for the quote-unquote modern audience.
And it took Hollywood a couple of decades to reach that point. Gaming's done that in about a quarter of the time.
Well, I think with gaming, one of the problems was that gaming was one of the centers of the infection.
Yeah.
And it's actually astonishing that it took it that long for gaming to get there, because a lot of this stuff, if you guys remember the original Gamergate, where we discovered that journalists and people were lying to us, that was the victory we got out of Gamergate, right? That's where we learned that they're lying to us. It's an incestuous relationship. They're all working together. So it's actually a miracle to me that it took so long for this to actually hit gaming, because it was so quick to bleed through every other aspect. And maybe it was because they got overzealous in movies and TV and gaming. They were still having to fight. But hey, one of the reasons I ended up here on YouTube is because I noticed that gamers were pushing back against that crap. And we weren't winning anywhere else, but we're starting to win again in the gaming space. But it is going to be a hard fight, because this is the enemy stronghold. So it's just crazy to me it took them this long to get as far as they did.
Yeah, movies and TV are a $20 billion industry. Gaming is a $200 billion industry.
Yep.
Wow.
So, yep, we need to hold the line. And that's why I keep pushing back on even the dumb shit, like the body type A and B. Let's get rid of that.
And the minute you have the devs of Lords of the Fallen come out and go, hey, do you want A and B or boy and girl? What up, Gooch?
Gooch.
Stay
Gucci, my peeps.
Gooch.
I got a little joke for you. Let me find it here. All right. I've been saving this one for you, Gooch. He's probably thinking of other women. If a retarded midget shows up late for work, is it okay to call them a little tardy?
Yes, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah, say yes.
All right. Got the perfect timing on that. I can finally get rid of that tab. What's up, Gooch? How are you doing? But we're at the 2-hour mark. I think we should start wrapping up. Mo, how about we start with you?
Sounds good to me. I don't know about the chat who would agree with me, but but a week from Thursday, I will be doing a deep dive every week for the month of May. We're going to look at StreamYard alternatives, because I hate this platform with every ounce of my being. It is the most poorly designed piece of garbage I've ever experienced. So, best way to do it, put some of your skin into the game, actually use it in a premium fashion. And we're going to go through things like, we're going to try Rumble Studio. We're going to try EVMux. We're going to try Restream.io. We're going to try Lakeside or Riverside FM. We're just going to try all these different platforms, because there's got to be a better player in the game, because StreamYard is just, I don't know if you've heard recently, they're automatically adding their link to your descriptions if you stream with it. That is garbage. As somebody yeah.
Someone redeemed it, and I got an email saying that I got credit to my account, and I was like, no way.
God.
He don't miss. Yeah. So Toby, yep. And I'm gonna have Toby on. I'm gonna have, I think, Professor Savage, like people that are really kind of little more technically minded in that realm. We're gonna get a few different people on, see if we can get a panel to kind of get an opinion on the entire thing. So yeah, so it's gonna be really fun. It's really something I'm looking forward to. So subscribe to my channel, Mozamboni. I'm gonna start doing game streaming. I'll do Mass Effect at some point before I turn 60 years old. I don't know, but so I'm trying to set the. Yeah, go ahead.
Mo, can I make a suggestion? Why don't we start with the one that we think might be the worst one first, and then work our way. I
said Rumble Studio.
Okay. That was nice and interesting.
Oh yeah, no, of course, please. Who are you talking to? Yeah, you're good. Yeah, no, it's a good suggestion. That's what we're doing. I'm basically what people think is best. Obviously, we'll probably end up with EVMux. Obviously, we're gonna start with Rumble Studio. It's free. Whatever. We'll see how it works. But
yeah, like a total shit show. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, but we're gonna do it for an hour, and we're gonna engage the chat. Please show up if you want to. We need that interaction, which is always great on Late and Gay with the GCA and on this channel. So please come in. We just want to see how it works. So, anyways, I'm gonna be doing that every Thursday for the month of May. There's like 5 usable ones. There's a bunch of other crap out there that doesn't quite fit the bill. So, anyways, got that. Going into the summer, I'm definitely going to start streaming games here and there just for fun. Try to find a regular schedule for those 3 months. But anyways, obviously a pleasure to be on the show. It was a pleasure meeting Nerdy Neo in person, even though he admonished me immediately, which is shame works. I'm going to play it at some point, but it was an absolute pleasure. It's awesome, and it was a pleasure meeting everybody in the chat, including Gooch.
It's great meeting you too, Mo. And for anyone who doesn't know, he's talking about Mass Effect because that's my favorite franchise of all time. So he keeps saying he's going to play it, and he hasn't played it yet.
And I've never played it. I'm barely familiar with anything in it. So I'm like, it'd be my first time playing essentially. So I will play it. I'm trying to give it the attention. It's like people that say I won't play with Warhammer. I won't do the figures. I'm afraid if I play it that I already barely have any time. I'm just going to have to ignore my family. So to finish the series. So
you'll enjoy every moment of ignoring your family.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sure that'll come up in the deposition when I get divorced.
Oh, damn. That's his
Huge
fault.
has never asked to be on the GCA. Well, Stinkman, how about you? How are you doing?
Doing great. I'm doing great. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Poor Gooch. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to try and spend this next week trying to fill the hole that solo leveling is leaving in my heart.
Oh.
But yeah, and then
Freyren Beyond Journey's End is an excellent anime. I'm just saying.
What's it called?
Freyren Beyond Journey's End.
I'll definitely check it out.
It's in my top 3 for sure.
Yeah, it gets good 72 episodes in or something like that.
Oh,
right?
fuck off. It's a slow roll, but it's an excellent story.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, you can find me here on Monday and Wednesday. I do Tarkov streams on Tuesday, and hopefully some FL stream stuff coming up on Fridays. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, and Nerd Files with Nerd Slap and Norman and ABF and Big Back. I almost forgot. Last but not least.
Hell yeah. Let's see here. Nagardal, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Find me on my channel.
Are you muted? I can't hear you.
What's
that?
I'm not muted.
What?
Is he?
I know for a fact I'm not muted.
Come again?
He's not talking.
No.
I guess we'll move on to the next person.
Now I know for a fact that I'm not muted. Yeah, keep it moving.
I'm kidding, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing terrible. But yeah, you find me on my channel just doing gaming streams, Nagnall, and then I'll be back here Wednesday, and then on the GCA on Wednesday as well. And that's about it.
Sweet. Nerdy Neo, since you're here, I need you to read that one.
Oh crap!
But in a singing voice.
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't sing. I'll do.
And a 1 and a 2. And a 1 and
we'll do it together.
I'll attempt to do voices, but I don't really sing.
Graph Web for $2. For fuck's sake, Hashtag cancel
Cancel
Disney
Disney
Plus.
Ooh, that was good.
Thank you, Graph Web.
Yeah, I went down lower, so it kind of gives it a more melodic theme. Quite nice.
Not the worst one we've ever done. Definitely not the best one either.
Far from the worst, far from the best. It's right there in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Tell everybody where you're gonna be at.
Yeah, well, glad. Thanks for having me on again. It's always a blast coming on here and hanging out with you guys. Great to meet you guys in person. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm currently at 288, so 12 short of 300. And
Dude,
got
12
five,
people. We got
five,
68 watching. All we need is 12 more to sub over there.
Wow.
5 more than I had when I started the stream. I was at 283, so I appreciate it. But yeah,
Go,
I'm
go,
all
go.
about video games. That's why I started my channel, was to talk about video games. Occasionally I stream them as well, although that's a lot less occasionally than it used to be, because I used to just do panel streams, then I stream games occasionally, but now I do about 2 and 2. So every Monday night, Metroidvania is my favorite genre, so I do Metroidvania Monday every Monday. Just before this stream, I finished beating Metroid Dread, and I started up playing a little bit of Metroid Prime. I'm going through the entire Metroid series right now. And then one Monday a month, I do Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. That is my second most played game of all time, my single favorite game of all time. So if anyone wants to join me for Mass Effect Monday, that is going to be next Monday. I love playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, so it's open to anyone who wants to join. So, and I have it on Xbox and on Steam. Tomorrow night is Tuesday nights. I have typically they alternate. 1 week I do Party Chat, which was last week, but I actually did it in Vegas from the awesome guys, my good buddies, the Salty Nerd Podcast. We did it from their studio. But we had to do it on Wednesday just because of timing. But that's usually on one Wednesday, and we just talk about fun gaming topics, like most hours spent in a game, or what's your favorite game of this genre, stuff like that. And then the alternating Tuesdays is what's going to be tomorrow night, is the next episode of Top 5, and we rank our top 5 favorite of whatever the topic is. And shout out to Wayfair, who asked this question in chat like an hour ago. But he said we skipped over, but it was, what is everyone's favorite controller? That is tomorrow night's top 5. We are ranking our top 5 favorite video game controllers.
PS2.
So if you want to hear what mine are, you'll have to come tune in to Top 5 tomorrow night. And oh my God, that is not on my list. I hate the Duke.
The Duke.
The Duke, baby.
I own 2 of those, man. I love
Look
those
at
things.
this, like 50-foot cord that it comes with.
It was really long. I remember that.
So yeah, tomorrow night is top 5 controllers. And then Wednesday night, I've been making my way, because I recently played through Dark Souls for the first time, and I was not a fan of it. And my buddy, Dude1286, who's an achievement hunter like me, was helping guide me through it because he loves that game, and I did not like it. So now I'm playing my favorite hack and slash, and he's also playing it on his channel, and he's hating it. But it's one of my favorites. That's Ninja Gaiden Black. I've been making my way through that on Wednesday nights. So I'm getting pretty close. I'll probably beat it in 1 or 2 more streams, and then I don't know what we're going to do after that. And then Thursday nights, I typically have an open mic where I just have a guest on. We talk video games. So this one, Thursday night, my good buddy Paul Hadouken, who was also in Vegas, I got to meet him in person, is going to be on open mic again, and we're just going to talk about video games. And then one Thursday night a month, me and Dude, who I just mentioned, do our achievement chases. We talk about our achievement hunting over the course of the last month. So that'll be the 1st of May, which is a week from this Thursday. So what's up? Met this guy in Vegas as well. Word to Paradise. What's up? Neo is gay, but cool one that doesn't bring it up all the time. Appreciate it, Leon. Good meeting you. So yeah, if you like video games, I think you like hanging out on my channel, because that's what I started my channel to do, is play and talk about video games.
Hell yeah. And McCock gifted 5 memberships. Let's go.
Go. This man's a menace all over the internet. I fucking love it.
I just got 2 more, so I'm at 290. 10 from 300.
Dude.
Oh, heck yeah.
Let's freaking go.
Let's see here. Yeah, Hayden, follow it up after that McCock gifted.
I can't. This man gets banned from VTubers channels all the time. Like, he's just, like I said, he's a menace on the internet.
Well, here we go. McCock for $2. ABF messed up by letting me in the Discord. We were trying to not let you in by giving you the wrong link all the time. Because I remember he was messaging me. He's like, the link isn't working or whatever. I actually wasn't doing that intentionally, but yeah, now we're gonna say that we intentionally were doing that. We were trying to gatekeep you. So
yeah, him and I we DM occasionally about VTubers, like whenever there's stuff going on. So like, if McCock is a VTuber fan, and I appreciates that. But no, I Hayden Wayne 75 on YouTube and on X. Every Monday I'm here. Every Tuesday we have our politics stream on Nerd Wars channel at, I believe it's 11 p.m. Eastern. And I don't even know what that show's called. I think Erwin has started calling it politics. I don't know. We talk politics over there, and then every Wednesday, sometimes I pop in on Trigger Happy if I have the time, but most of the time you can find me on Late and Gay with the GCA. And yeah, sometimes I do my own stuff, but I think I'm getting work hammered out. It's still kind of off and on. Like for those of you in chat, I actually showed up about 10 minutes before we went live, which usually I try to be there about 15 to 20 minutes before, but work has been crazy for me since December. So I'm sorry for not putting out any videos on my YouTube channel, but that will be returning very soon. I actually thought that I was going to make a video today about the Oblivion stuff, and then Bethesda took their finger out of their ass and was like, yeah, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. And I was like, oh, okay, there's nothing to talk about at this moment. Never mind.
I'll make a video tomorrow. That'll be perfect timing.
Yeah, I'll announce that Bethesda's going to talk about it.
No, right after the
5 hours
announcement, like
after
make a
Bethesda.
video on that. I bet you people are gonna. I bet that'll be hot in the algorithm. So
yeah, no, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to make sure that I'm able to watch it and like get some clips and stuff, and then I am gonna try to make a video about that. So because this is something that I care a lot about. I used to love Bethesda games, and then I realized, oh wait, okay, maybe it's just Elder Scrolls that I love. And then Starfield came out, and I got really worried. And now they have a chance to redeem themselves, so maybe they will. But yeah, that's where you guys can find me. Always happy to be here, Nerdy Neo. It was great having you on tonight, man.
Great being back with you, and I need to get you on for an open mic sometime.
For sure.
But just when you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself,
yeah,
fingers crossed.
Leon, don't watch the intro. It's not good. It's my own damn show too. You're still fired, Nerd Slap. Speaking of which, Nerd Slap, do you have anything to shout out besides your former?
Any last words?
Well, I guess if anybody needs an intro maker, I'm now available for hire.
If anyone out there hires Nerd Slap, you're blacklisted. Okay.
We don't gotta tell them.
I'll see the fingerprint. I'll know it was you.
I'll change up my style completely. But no, I'll be here and there over on Kick and YouTube whenever I have time to stream. Looking forward to doing some more dual streaming there. I'm actually just about finished kind of reworking some of the smaller details like the starting soon screen and stuff like that. So it's going to be a bit of a new look. So looking forward to showing that off. But yeah, it was great to have Neo on and looking forward to Wednesday.
Hell yeah. Damn it, Isaac. Now you got me.
I was hoping you would pull that clip up.
Well, now I have to because, all right, Isaac,
$2?
for $2. We should be putting a higher dollar amount on these things.
You gotta put a price tag on your goods, man.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got a job from Isaac. Let's go.
All right. Here, I'll move this out of the way. Leon is definitely fun to hang out with in real life. In the hotel room, just cut. Meetups and stuff.
I don't know. Didn't look cut to me.
But you make videos.
We can barely hear it.
Expert. Damn it! Now Leon wants the intro video. Norman, tell everybody where you're going to be at.
Well, if you want to talk about criminally undersubbed, I'm just trying to get to 50 subs on YouTube at the moment, so feel free to go over to the Norman Conquest 199 and hit the sub on that. I think I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk this week until payday comes around, and then we'll see what happens. And yeah, thanks for coming on, Neo.
Yeah, always great hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, always. no, hanging out with all of you guys at the meetup, that was so much fun. I try to go to every single meetup. We'll have to make our own meetup one of these days. We'll have to start thinking about doing that. Yeah, because I want to do a Arizona meetup one of these days. Let's see here. The stream is set to raid into Moxie, which our friend Cinevere is going to be on. So everybody go over there. I think they're going to be live in about 15 minutes. Other than that, got my t-shirt on the store. Links have been going out for that. And come over to GCA next Wednesday after Trigger Happy. Let's see here. I feel like I'm forgetting something. My brain is still recovering alcohol-wise from Vegas. I was drinking every single day, so
we do need to play some more Repo soon.
We do. We do.
Yeah.
And McCock's dropping some more super chats here. Any of y'all going to be at Retro Palooza Gaming Convention in Houston next month? I don't think so.
No,
I didn't have any plans to go to that.
Check that out though.
Despite Texas being one state over, like the plane tickets are still kind of expensive, but they're still cheaper than driving. So
I live in Texas, and it takes me 13 hours almost to drive to Houston.
Right? Yeah. But let's see here. I'm sorry, I was reading the private chat. Sounds like Hayden dropped right when I shared something. That's exactly why I uninstalled OBS from my computer, and now I don't know how to do gaming streams anymore without doing
it. It was actually StreamYard just changed my camera source.
That's exactly what OBS does. Because OBS puts a virtual camera, it has something to switch to. That's the issue.
Okay, so I'm using a virtual camera, and it switched it to my actual camera, and it can't access my actual camera because my actual camera is feeding my virtual camera.
Yep. StreamYard. It happens to everybody. I've been on multiple streams. It does that, or it'll drop your audio.
It picks one random person and goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
fuck you this time.
Well, stay tuned to Mozamboni's future Thursday streams where we're going to be testing out just to see what it tastes like softwares. So
can we put one to the back of the head of the stream mercifully, please?
Well, on that note,
check
see you
out
guys
the Nerd
later.
Files.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Who the fuck is Alec Baldwin's finger?
I can't see! I can't see! Of course you can't fucking see. I just shot a blank in your fucking eyes.
Hey, the trunk looks kind of small there, Anton.
This is live. I'm on live TV. Trunk's fine. As you can see, friend, it's not small. It's a big trunk. I'll show you right here.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker!
Hell, I know a dead hooker when I see one.